Hello and welcome into the Sorare Spotlight. I'm Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Here to take a look at Gameweek 9 this weekend. It felt like we got all these announcements of like, hey, there's a special tournament and there's another one for shiny cards and the championship. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, wow, it's all this coming the weekend. Now it is Monday, so we don't have to like rush to get ready, but time's running out. And we got to get moving here for Gameweek 9 this weekend after a few more international games, which I believe are today and tomorrow. That would be Monday, Tuesday. And then everyone gets their, sometimes short, sometimes long flights home. And we get back to business this weekend, just before we have some midweek action, thanks to the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Let's see. Samurai first in. Way to be. Sorare Monkey. Thanks for coming. Let's go going for the fourth EPL streak this weekend. Sean Thorpe joining SR Monkey and Samurai on the podium. Maybe not the Man United mini stack this weekend. That's a tough one. We have a Manchester derby, I believe, which, yeah, if you're relying on Man United, well, first off, second off, good luck. Ernst Tillo, Stefan, good to see you. Alex Wilson, proper football. That's right. That's right. But yeah, I was going to look ahead. Obviously, we could always see what happened this current game week. The international game weeks to me are always really fun because it's just a reminder of guys that are like on the platform and you're like, oh yeah, that guy. And then there's always the cheeky guys who build their North Macedonia stack. Shout out to Harry Trades on that one. As we saw Enes Bardi. Actually, I'm just going to pull it up right here. Enes Bardi banging 100. We have Karetsis from Genk getting 100. Marino, Bakasetas, excuse me, a little flashback, João Cancelo, like all of these guys who we all thought, maybe I'll just seal a bunch of them. I don't have to worry about them. And then João Cancelo is like, are you sure you want to do that? Shout out to Reece James, Alessandro, Bastoni, Tchouameni with the 100. I'm not even sure I played Tchouameni. I probably did. Someone named Lamine Yamal, Achraf Hakimi also got 100. Never heard of those guys. Pedri and Kevin De Bruyne 100. Things we love to see. Weekend preview on a Monday. The world's gone mad. The world's gone planning. Charlie, come on now. Sean Kennedy, hello. We're just trying to get back to club football. That's all we want. Not that these guys aren't helpful, but, we want to get back. We want to get back. Broken game week? I don't know if it was broken, Alex. I mean, these types of games these types of game weeks are one of the best opportunities to take advantage of advanced scouting. And if you're somebody who is willing to look ahead, figure out who's going to start for North Macedonia. I don't even remember who they played. Liechtenstein, of course. 5-0 win. And yeah, why not? I think, it's one of those weird ones that you're like, if you could find the right players, and then you're like, wait, so like Yamal and Hakimi, find those right players? But the answer is yeah. Yeah, it is. Aber Costa from Brazil, hello. It's a long way away from me, even longer way from Paris. So thanks for coming in. Much, much appreciated. But yeah, the international game weeks, I'm not one who goes ahead and scouts these guys and make sure. I kind of just say, hey, which guys do I have? And I happen to have Hakimi, which worked out well. Kvaratskhelia and Doku finally decided to score. The rest of my lineups, none of my lineups were overly exciting. And I know we have a few extra games. The Modric non-start early in the game week was a bit of a bummer. We obviously have a bunch of double game weeks as well. As you can see, I got bit a little bit by this Armin Gigovic. Oh, I did play Tchouameni. There we go. What could have been? Tchouameni 100, Zinkernagel 90, Carlos Heel 60, despite his team scoring twice. Giovanni Di Lorenzo and Brad Stuver. I mean, if these types of lineups don't shout out about how vast and great Sorare is, I don't know what does. Jack Daniels, what up? Good to see you. Iber said, I loved this international week. I sold a lot of players that were stuck in my gallery. Another good one. Helps the secondary market, obviously, to get some of these guys. Like if you're sitting on all those North Macedonia guys and you're like, man, I should when am I ever going to get out of these cards? And I actually want to, I shouted it out before, but I'm actually just going to straight up call him out here with Harry Trades with this North Macedonia stack. And there could have been other people who did it. I just didn't see them. But I believe he did it in Arena. Let's see if we can find it. Because he did it in Rare and Limited, maybe. Or maybe he did. No, I'm sorry. He did 2 Rare. So here's one of them. 373 points. And then, was that it, Harry? I thought it was 2. Here's one. I probably just walked by it. I don't know. Here it is. There we go. Oh, this one fell. Oh, no, that's not the same one. That is a Barty captain, though. But, oh, Elmas lost his goal. No. Harry Trades, what's up? Pedri, the best midfielder in the world. Visca, Barca. Pedri's looking pretty good. He's been, speaking of Harry Trades, who's been a Pedri stand for years, an elite arena in second. So this was a first place one. You still won. And then what was that second place one? This was an elite arena. Oh, yeah. So 2,500 essence, GG's, went down as an own goal. That's terrible. That is terrible. But, the things that we have to deal with. And then Pedri, who is surely on this list of, let's see where he's been. Because you're right. He's been very impressive this season. Let's see. 89, since game week 1, we have 89, 98, 45 against Rayo Vallecano, which that's actually quite surprising. Let's see what happened here. Just Rayo Vallecano just taking it to Barcelona. Simple as that. But anyway, 68 against, is that Bulgaria? Sure is. And then the 2 goals with 100 in the match against Turkey. Spain, big win. I did see the Lamine Yamal, Arda Güler standoff just before a free kick, which was a nice reminder. But man, Spain really took it to him. 100 for Yamal, 100 for Marino. Oriol Fabel got 91, 100 for Pedri. Dean Heisen for 82. Even Unai Simon, 76, which is like pretty impressive when your team wins 6-0. Cucurella, 70. Lenormand, 66. Porro, 54. And Nico Williams with the 60 in the first half. Ferran Torres came on. He got a decisive. And then we've got Rodri. Nobody else really cared. This team is just stacked. That's what happens. My guy Cherlinov left Burnley for Turkey, but he did well from North Macedonia against Liechtenstein. Let's see who that is. Cherlinov. Darko Cherlinov, who now plays for Kokelispor. Let's see. These are all. Oh, so he actually hasn't played yet. That was his first one. But yeah, 74 in that win over Liechtenstein. Flick was trying a new tactic, and it didn't really work out for Pedri. That's why he had fewer points. That makes sense. But yeah, if you could nail this lineup, and thanks to like late entry on arenas, you don't even need to nail it. You could just take the guys when they start. North Macedonia, the big ones this week against Liechtenstein. I didn't see any of the expected winners for what we have left. I guess we could always look, but there is. And then we're now currently 22 hours and 49 minutes away from the next deadline because we have some midweek stuff. I don't even know who's playing midweek. I guess it includes let's see. Is it just a bunch of South American matches? Oh, no, I guess we have some Tuesday during the day. Oh, these are the final games. Yeah. That makes sense. So we've got, let's see, of the ones that are likely to be popular, we've got Serbia at home against England, Austria away to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Does anyone know what happened to Gigovic? Where was that Alex? Alex, what actually happened to Gigovic? Like why he didn't play? France, Iceland, Norway against Moldova. That seems like a big Erling Haaland, Martin Odegaard game, if I've ever seen one. Let's see. Portugal at Hungary. Argentina away to Ecuador. And I saw that Messi will not play in that game. And there was someone else who was sent home for Argentina. Oh, Gigovic was on the bench. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Brazil away to Bolivia. Uruguay away to Chile. That's going to be a tough one. Colombia away to Venezuela. I think everyone just hopes that Luis Diaz makes it out of there okay in terms of any injury. Then the long trip home back to England. I was going to say home, but I guess he's technically, well, he's not home since he'll be in Venezuela. But anyway, Bermuda, Curacao. Obviously, that's the one we're all really waiting for. Not to mention Trinidad and Tobago, TNT away to Jamaica. Shout out to the Jamaican national team with Leon Bailey as Andy Black checks in here. What's up, sir? Haiti at Costa Rica. And then let's see what else. Oh, we've got a little J League and Chinese Super League on Friday morning. That's morning for me, but that's before the deadline. So we have San Frece and Makita Zelvia, the home teams there. And then, yeah, Shanghai SIPG. That's Felipe I have here for Changchun Yatai. So yeah, all the Chinese Super League stackers, or a lot of them are in the midweek. San Marino game is all we care about. Did I skip over San Marino? Are they playing? I don't see them here. Yeah, no San Marino. We do have San Martin San Juan away to Belgrano if anybody has a Lucas Zelarayan card that they want to play. These CONMEBOL games seem too hard to predict who's going to play well. Brazil probably going to experiment. Didn't they experiment? Like I saw Douglas Santos played, and I was like, I didn't even know he was remotely close to the national team. But yeah, I guess they've already qualified for everything, so they don't really need to play. Yeah, Venezuela, Colombia should be is a bitter rivalry. Anybody can play bad or well. I mean, a lot of those CONMEBOL matches are super, super tight. And then there's always like tough travel that some play at like really high altitude. So I haven't even seen kind of like what the Argentina setup would look like. Let's see, check over at our friends at Sorare Inside. Brazil team gets leaked every time, but does it get leaked early enough? So we've got Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez leading the line. DePaul and McAllister in the middle there. Thiago Almada, how about that? And what is this back line? Tagliafico, Balerdi, Otamendi, and Nahuel Molina. And then Emi Martinez. Okay. Romero suspended. Romero was the other one who was not going to play. Messi and Romero. So, yeah, there's that. And then for Brazil, I guess it's good that that gets leaked since we don't actually know who's going to. Usually a day or two should be good, but that's not always, that's not always good for us. I guess Tuesday, we should get it today then. Or no. Yeah, they play tomorrow. So let's see. Nobody above 70%. Wow, Martinelli, Rafinha. What happened to this team? Andre Santos. Really? I got one of them laying around somewhere. Whew, man. Yeah, there you go. High altitude of Bolivia. I knew. So we'll see. We'll see. So Rare Brazil is going to update us later. Chile is the one who's been really bad, last in the standings, probably going to lose to Uruguay, but it is a home game. Chile, like, I don't even know. Paulo Diaz, I know, is there. But yeah, they have been fairly poor. We don't have a lineup yet. Does Alexis Sanchez still start for them? That's when you know it's been a long road. Anyway, so this is for the midweek, which again, I feel like we're all just going to treat as please nobody get hurt. There are 50 stars up for grabs in limited Division 1, 6 in Division 2, and 1 in Division 3. And then on the rare side, let's see. Division 1, we've got 10 stars available. Division 2 will pay out 4, and Division 3, I assume, 0. Oh, okay. First through fourth get a a tier 1. What do I have here? 1, 1, 1, and 3. All right. Let's just see what we have for the midweek. I'm not overly confident. So we could just play some J League there. Wonder why Osaka's 70%. I guess it's just so far ahead of time that it's a little tough, but let's see. Are they actually going to like make a change? Both Osako and Araki are somewhat risky because they have only been with the national team for a few days. This team has a league match against Kyoto and its debut in Australia and AFC, so it's very likely we'll see significant rotations. Nobody ever likes to see that. What we do not see here is Kim Ju-sung, I guess. Osaka. Oh, Sorare Soul. What's up? Osaka with the Japan team. But don't they play soon? Like, when does Japan... I'm guessing they're not actually here. Like, when do they get back from national team duty? I guess that's the real question. But I actually don't seem to have much going on for this midweek. Lampe did end up playing in that one, but I guess at home against... Well, I guess I just had some not the most friendly things to say about the Brazilian national team, and yet now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't play them. Japan plays a friendly in the U.S. Japan national team football tomorrow. Oh, so that's Tuesday. Where is this game? Something called lower.com field. I wonder what that means. Columbus, Ohio. Columbus to back to Japan is pretty far. So they'll play Tuesday night, which is... I don't even know if Japan... Yeah, so, oh man, that's a long trip. To then play Friday? Now I understand the hesitation. That makes a lot of sense. Because I'm guessing they don't leave until Wednesday from Columbus. I think it's map time. Let's see how far this is. Columbus, Ohio to Hiroshima. Well, obviously you can't drive, but let's see. So it's a 20-hour flight. I did not watch South Korea against the U.S. Sorry. Could have worked. In fairness, Mike, St. Louis is closer. So they have a 20-hour flight back. Man, that doesn't look promising. Anyway, we'll deal with those problems when we get there. I'm not going to do my lineups right now unless we see anything worthwhile everywhere else. There's Erikai. Sasaki is in town, so he could play. I actually don't even have that many players who are starting. Like, I'm going to have to use Erikai. Like that REM says, half a world away. Literally. All right, we got Bruno Fernandes at home. Excuse me, away to Hungary. Chouameni at home against Iceland. Zelarayan with claims a double game week. I guess he might, but that seems like a long trip home. Andre Santos against Bolivia. Let's put Bruno in. Wow, Juanfer might play. Oh, now Gogovic might play. Lovely. So I actually don't have a whole lot to worry about this midweek. There's Felipe. And then we have a bunch of other guys. Rafinha away to Bolivia. Chouameni. There's Alvarez. I'll have a lineup, but nothing too crazy. But we also don't want to go too crazy anyway, or not for the midweek, because we want to get excited for the weekend. And the reason we need to get excited for the weekend is because we've got some specials happening. And the big one is going to be the super shiny Continental and super shiny Big Four, where all of the all of the special edition cards will be played. Now, the super shiny special, I'm going to focus on the big four for a second. Just a word of caution, the all-star scores are crazy, and one DNP seems to be straight relegation. Is that right? Straight relegation? I wouldn't go that far, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, the super shiny big four is this weekend, and it's exclusive for, well, not completely exclusive for shiny cards, as we're going to call them. I assume that's just another word for special edition. And the special edition comes because early access cards are going to be available tomorrow. Tuesday, September 9th, we'll be able to reveal all of our early access cards and see which ones are shiny. And in order to participate in this competition, you need 4 shiny cards. So just 1 non-shiny. But top prize in limited is, well, actually, sorry, top prize. It's a multi-scarcity competition, and there's no scarcity bonuses. But top prize is $4,000. 4,000. Second place, 2,000. Third place, 1,000. 500 for fourth, 400 for fifth. And as you keep going down, the top 200 will win some kind of cash. 100 people will win 1,000 essence. 200 will win 500 essence. 500 will win 250 essence. And 1,000 will win an arena entry. 100 essence. Sam, I was thinking about this earlier. Sam said, I have a few cards I need to remember to not reveal as they've transferred out of my collection. Luckily, they wouldn't be usable if shiny anyway. Yeah, like I was thinking of my Delane Bakwa that I bought as part of my Strasbourg stack or collection. And yeah, revealing him will reveal a Nottingham Forest card if they even have a picture of him yet. And so, and that'll hurt my Strasbourg collection. So yeah, that's just things we got to think about tomorrow. So that's the shiny big four. And then the shiny Continental, which is all of the non-big fours, meaning Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, and Ligue 1. Same rules, though. 4 in-season shiny cards required. So we have the 2 Bundesliga, Eredivisie, Austrian Bundesliga, Turkish Superliga, Danish Superliga, Supersport HNL in Croatia, Serie A, Ligue 2, Jupiler Pro League, Primera Liga, and the Scottish Premiership. And it's $2,000 to first, $1,000 to second, $500 to third, $400 to fourth, $300 to fifth. 5 people win 200, 10 win 80, 30 win 40, 50 win 20. These are all dollars. 100 people will win $10. And then let's see, 100 win 1,000 essence, which is a card if you prefer, if you like to craft. 200 people win 500 essence, 500 people will win 250, and then 1,000 people will win 100. Now, again, as a reminder, you need 4 shiny cards to enter the super shiny Continental or the super shiny, do we call it Big Four? We did. And so, yeah, I think what'll be interesting to see is what happens if people end up doing like I did and putting together lineups that I thought I would play for this weekend. And then they get some super shiny cards. And it's like, oh man, do I wait? Do I not enter Ligue 1 in season this weekend, even though I have a couple good matchups, if maybe this Mike Penders is special edition or this Lucas Hogsberg? Who knows? So we have a lot of decisions to make for this weekend. And the decisions don't stop there. Because we also have, am I going to be able to pull it up here? No. We also have the championship, which is Sorare's month-long competition. Where do I enter this? Let's see. Pro League, Eredivisie, MLS, Challenger, Contender, Champ, U23, Arena, All-Star, and Uncapped. Maybe it's just not up yet, but we can use the blog post here because this starts this weekend as well. Game week 9 through game week 13. Sorry, I got all in and I Alex said, I still can't fathom who's going to be fortunate enough to have 4 of those cards. So it is a 10% chance that, like 10% chance of each of your cards being special edition. Now, obviously, the more cards that you have, the better chance you're going to end up with one. Not that you will have more than 10%, but just in terms of pure volume, you'll have it. And so those are just sort of the things to talk about. So Alex, I can absolutely picture people having 4, but it's really like, do you have 4 that you want to use in a competition? Is it maybe your special edition is just the cheapest guy on instant buy that you bought in order to boost your collection score? And so that's not necessarily one that you want to put in the competition. But again, we don't know how many people are going to enter. It could be a possibility where like most people win something, and maybe it's just worth putting those in. There's no relegation that you have to worry about. So we'll see. And I do not know what time it starts tomorrow, but I do want to share something about that. So actually, let's before we go into the championship, this is the this is a tweet that Sorare sent out. I don't want picture in picture. Here we go. And we're gonna watch this together. And for those of you who may not be paying full attention, if you're not watching, that's okay. If you're just listening, but just listen as much as you can. Here you go. Did you hear it? Did we hear it? Hold on. Who recognizes that sound? Who knows what sound that is? Bradipo or Bradipo. That's the wheel. That's the wheel. The sound of miss. Oh, that's a great one. I have some Jersey mints. Gluck 10 of 1,000. Curious how Sorare will handle these. What is there to handle? What is there to handle? So how do we get wheel spins? Who knows? Who knows? That's Morse code for buy more cards. That's a good one. Surely a trader wins the special. That's not a bad idea. Only like a bad thought, only because they're going to have a ton of cards to open. Let's hope there's an amnesty on unvaulting to get those shinies released. I mean, that's the huge risk that you would have taken by vaulting new season cards. I would not expect amnesty at all. Not at all. Priority for me is still Streak 4 and Prem. Excited, but also rather nervous trying to figure out the strategy. We'll look into the Prem in a little bit. I'm guessing shiny prices will boom, so unless I reveal a shiny on my own, I will probably sell any if I get usable, which sell shinies, rebuild normals. I mean, I don't think it's a bad decision. Obviously, the shiny ones also still help with collection scores, so I think they're a little more reasonable. Bullstar, what's up? Should we wear shades before opening for safety reasons, or do we not think super shiny is going to be that shiny? Probably good to have them by you just in case. Just in case. I'm guessing maybe a chance at a spin while revealing a card, maybe. Jersey mints become auto special design editions? Probably not. Probably not. City Keen said people with #1 team collection should have perma wheel. I'm guessing City Keen has some sort of great collection that makes them top on some collection leaderboard. Limpy said Jersey mints have special cards with special layout. I mean, they did last year. We don't know if they do this year. So you're right. I don't know, Limpy. I guess all of them were special edition, right? Yeah, so I don't know. And who was the one, sorry, who had that? Oh, Limpy. So Limpy, you might not even be able to reveal that Oscar Gluck yet. Holty said, "Why don't people understand the point of vaulting?" Yeah, it's a tough one. Well, it's one of those that like you have to. It's lesson learned by doing, which some people don't like once they've done it, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's the super shiny special. There are two of them, depending on where you are, what kind of cards you buy. And I believe tomorrow will be the last day. I don't meaning to buy new early access cards since we'll be able to reveal them. And then after that, that's it. That's it. Need more cards with action photos. Well, they had the celebration ones, which were really fun. I don't know. I think action photos is more of a license issue than anything else. Anyway, we also have the month-long Sorare Championship. City Keen said #1 in Madrid and Newcastle Rare. Wow, City Keen, way to go! Good luck tomorrow on all your cards. That'll be fun to watch. So let's see. Sorare 26 is testing a brand new format, which is a month-long competition, which will take place from game weeks 9 through 13. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 5 game weeks, but only your 3 best scores count. So the cool thing about this is obviously the midweek stuff is Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. If you don't have players from those, then you can still use your 3 scores from the weekend game weeks, which is helpful for those people, but also an advantage for those who do have players that are competing in the midweek because you're getting 2 more shots. So it's only 1 lineup per game week with the following rules, which is SO5. And I don't think new. Yeah. So it's SO5, but it's classic and in season. So you can use classic cards if you want. And you can use classic cards from any league, which is really quite fun. There's no lineup bonuses, but there is a cap 280. So there's mixed scarcities. You can play any scarcity you want, but you do not get a bonus for using rares, super rares, or uniques. But you do get collection bonus, new season bonus. So if you use in-season cards, that's 5% more than the classics. XP and captain bonus. And then, yes, every competition on Sorare is included. And so there are some massive IRL prizes for this one, with first place getting 2 VIP tickets to El Clasico, that is wild. Like there are not many opportunities you get to win VIP tickets to El Clasico. And so the game is October 26th in Madrid. You also get €1,000 for expenses. Second place will get VIP tickets to Liverpool versus Aston Villa on November 1st, also with €1,000 of expenses. And then third place, 2 VIP tickets to Atletico Madrid versus Sevilla, which is also November 1st, same day as that Liverpool Aston Villa game, and $1,000 in expenses. And then there are also 2 people will win each 2 VIP tickets to Nice Lille or Newcastle Tottenham, meaning here we go, 4th through 5th. So you can choose whatever you want. 6th through 20th gets a signed jersey. 21st through 40th gets a unsigned jersey. And 41st through 100 gets 2 regular tickets in either the Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga, or Liga. You will, if you finish 45th through 100th, they say you will get some sort of communication to figure out which game you would like to go to. Obviously, the higher you rank, the better the game options you'll get access to. I'm guessing the options will be allocated on first come, first served basis, but the higher you rank, the better the game options. So I wonder, that's interesting. That makes it seem like if you finish higher, you'll get first. But anyway, on top of that, the top 1,000 managers will unlock exclusive profile badges to showcase their success with better badge for higher rank. I wonder if those badges get you anything later on. So we'll see. First edition of the championship, they're going to monitor it closely. Time to prove yourself. City Keen, yes, this is a dedicated comp. So I think the correct way to play this is, if you are going to play this seriously, you need to plan out the 5 game weeks and make sure that you can have a lineup in each one, or at least make sure that you have cards for, at least 3 of the 5, because your top 3 scores count. And so you just got to make sure that you're doing it. But again, it's SO5. You can use classic cards. In-season cards do get the XP bonus, which is a nice one. But that's what we got to do. Back to the Jerseyman thing, Mike said, actually, that's interesting because they didn't release Jerseymans from original club releases, but inadvertently may have done after club change. It's not that they inadvertently did it, but yes, that is a risk once players transfer. I didn't know Oscar Gluck got the number 10 jersey at Ajax. That's where he went, right? Ajax. But it happens. It happens. But you may just have to wait for him to get his cards. Ajax squad. Do you think that would give me the actual Ajax website? Here we go. Does anyone else do this where they just like look for the pictures? Oh, Dolberg did end up going back. Here we go. The players. Kenny Taylor's still there. Where is Oscar Gluck? Oh, Konadu doesn't even happen. Did I miss him already? Or is he not? Isn't he there? Sorry, got thrown off there for some reason. So I don't even see him here. Unless I've just completely missed him. Oscar Gluck, where are you? Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, obviously, if he gets, but I don't see a picture. So we may just have to wait on Gluck. We'll see. One of those, like it happens that we, how did you get to that screen with all the games and your cards in each game on the Sorare site? Right here, Chris. So if you could go, if you're on the home page of Sorare, I think I just did it on scores. Or no, I'm sorry. You mean for the upcoming game week? I did it when I went to put, it was just the All-Star. If you go to submit your lineup in All-Star and you actually, let's go. Well, that's fine here. If you go to the match list, so this is like All-Star match list, it shows all of your cards, and you can make it so it just shows your cards. So like these are all the games where I have cards, or you can see all of them. Can you guys see me now? This is very strange. I don't know what's going on. Where did I go? Can you guys hear me at all when I'm speaking or no? I feel like I can't actually hear anything. Or I guess you can't see me. I don't know why. Let's see. Still missing. We'll play around a little bit. What if I just go big? Sorry, I'm trying to like follow it along. Yeah, you can't see me at all. Very strange. As I keep trying to adjust. Let's see. I'm like trying to follow along here. Well, oh, I think I'm back. There's shiny. All right, I think I can see myself again. Aber, I am using I'm not using OBS, no, but I am using a Streamlabs. Like the Undertaker. Appreciate everybody pointing that out. Sorry, I had like what hilarious. Yeah. I don't know, man. There've been some Streamlabs gremlins, as Quinny likes to say recently. So I'm not sure why that happened. Can you also see the screen during a game week? It would be great. So I think let's see. Let's see if you can. I wouldn't necessarily think so, but it looks like you can. So I'm completely wrong. So yeah, these are all the games for this current game week. And as you can see, I don't really have tons of players in action. But the answer is yes. And you can do my cards, which is nice. Hopefully they add it to the mobile app, as I can't seem to find it. Let's see if we can find it on the mobile app. That would be fun. I do know that like doing things on desktop is usually much easier than doing stuff on the mobile app. But let's see. I'm like clicking on my phone here. All-Star. Yeah, they have it. If you can see, oh, hold on, let me take my shared screen off. So I did the same process. If you go to competitions and then All-Star, and then you scroll down, this is the current game week, sorry. And then it says see, what does it say? View all right there. And there you go. And you can see those little picture there. I have that guy. He didn't play. But there you go. Your streaming time is out for tomorrow. We will be there for all your shiny reveals. Oh, is it out? Let's see. So yes, there's going to be maybe, let me see, just make sure it's out. Oh, it is. Great. So yes, there's going to be a reveal show tomorrow. Here's the nice little graphic for it, live September 9th. And so regardless of what language you speak, as long as it's one of the ones that are spoken by these guys, there will be, a show for you. And so if you speak French or you just like torque and jobs, then they start at 11 a.m. CET. That's 10 a.m. in the UK, 5 a.m. Eastern time. And yeah, all day. So it's two back to back in French, and then German, Spanish, Italian, and then you're stuck with me starting at 6:30 p.m. Central Europe time. That's 5:30 again in the UK, and 12:30 Eastern. And so, yeah, we'll just be hanging out, revealing cards. That's the idea. And here are all the guys. Fun. That'll be really fun. And yeah, as a reminder, well, not a reminder because I actually don't know, but like, we heard the wheel. Anyone have any idea why La Liga auctions are drying up? Only 2 limiteds left on auction. Are there a lot of auctions going on right now for like anything? Look at you front and center. Was I? Oh yeah, I was. Look at that. Wearing the shirt I'm wearing right now, the old Sorare logo. Honestly, it's probably because I'm the shortest one. Let's see. Doesn't look like there are that many, like there are just not that many auctions on the market right now. I'm assuming the early access promo is ending. I would assume it ends tomorrow. Yeah. I think tomorrow is the last day. I don't know that 100%, but that is my assumption that early access ends when we're able to reveal them. Looks like there are 44 La Liga cards on the market right now on auction. And it's only 2 limited, yeah. The other 3 of the top 4 have an okay number live. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Do we know actual time cards can start being revealed maybe same time as first stream starting? Just Heat, I don't know for sure, but I assume the point of the stream was to the reveal show was to reveal cards quickly. So Torque is going first. I just assume. But again, I don't know for sure. So we'll see. Livakovic just went there, right? Yeah, I don't know. Was that Sean? Yeah, I don't know. He said, but the other ones are being churned out. Yeah, you're right. La Liga is a little short. But we'll see. Always instant buy. They're aiming for noon UK. But this is 10 a.m. UK, right? I can't imagine Torque goes the whole time without revealing. JT Chells, what's up? While I'm here, I just got a notification about a Nepenthez, everything you need to know about missions. And I was like, oh, wait, I got to set my mission stuff today. Noon CET is the guess? Okay, that makes sense. Torque, it still seems, I don't know. He's going to stream for an hour on a reveal show to not reveal? I don't know. We'll see. But let's see what we got here. I don't even know who's playing today. Do I have anything good? Morton Heilman. There we go. Nanasi playing for Sweden. I don't know about that. Let's see. We got Savic. This is just for decisives. Embolo against Slovenia. Or do we trust Aaron Herrera against Panama? I don't really. So we'll just go with that. And let's see. We got, I don't think I have, I do have Savic from Montenegro. Let's go. I'll take 250 essence, but nobody from Slovenia in rare, unfortunately. Looks like the iOS app doesn't have it. I can find it on iPhone, but only using the web browser, not the app. Oh, that's interesting. I have an Android, so that's why, I don't know. Maybe it's apparently on the Android app. Is it normal I can't use players who've already played a game this game week, even if I didn't use them for their first game? Is that for the missions, or I would assume, yeah, I don't know. Chris, 66 in credits this break now. The missions have been really fun. It's just nice to be able to try to win something outside of like All-Star, basically. Let's go with Vander Kust. Is Giovanni Di Lorenzo going to play? Who does Skav Olsen play against? Greece? That doesn't seem great. It says played when I try to prepare an arena team. Yeah, I'm guessing that the double game weeks aren't the friendliest for late arena. And yeah, because they already played, I don't think you don't get 2 shots. I don't think. Do you get 2 shots in arena? Meaning if you play a double game week player, do you get both games? I don't know. It feels like kind of an edge case that I don't know what the solution is there. We'll see. Man, I got no super rares playing today. You cannot use double game week players once the first game is played. Yeah, but you do get both. Yeah, so that's the problem. If you have a double game, I guess you can't. Yeah, because your first team would have canceled if you try to use them. I think you do get both if it's before the deadline. Yeah, it makes sense. It is a little disappointing that you can't then use them later. If you only want to have the one game. But I imagine that's a bit of a technical nightmare. I thought I could use them just for the second game. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously the answer is no. I guess we just didn't know that. And then a reminder that we have 6 hours left currently for the lucky loser competition. That's the top 3 bids that are not the winning bid get to win. Oh man, I think I would have bid on this Trincao. Missed out on that one. So in limited, you get 70 essence if you lose the auction, if you're the top loser, 20 if you're the second loser, and 10 if you're the third loser. But that is, 6 hours left on that competition, on that promo, excuse me. And yeah, and those will be obviously all cards that could be special editions, because all in-season cards have a 10% chance of being special edition. And then you can use those shiny cards in the super shiny special, which is this weekend. There's some big cards coming. Let's see. There's Donnarumma, Florian Tardieu. He's been excellent. Saint Etienne, just too good for Ligue 2. Let's see. We got anyone? Nick Olai. Wonder if he starts it. There's Kirchu. Just like shouting out like classic in the sense of legendary cards that we all know, like Trubin, Ryan Flamingo. Oh, there's Rasmussen. Who was that Spurs player? Mickey Van de Ven. Plenty of good cards still available on auctions today in the last day before the shiny special. Chano, what's up? When did you find out about the all-star match list? Months ago. Like, that's been there a long time. I don't know if your players have been there for a while, but I knew they were there. I don't know. I think that's been around for a while. Kvaratskhelia. I'm hoping he gets back in because, man, it's been a lot of not very fun. Like, it's a bummer when I was playing him I played him here. I mean, I obviously played him here because it's internationals and it's just what I had. But I was really hoping that I would have these scores here to help me with my hot streak, which didn't really work. And speaking of hot streaks, what do we have? 2 weeks left of the extra bonus. Is that what it is? The 2x hot streaks. Let's see. Someone might be making a return to the Sorare scene tomorrow. Ooh, Johano, there we go. There we go. Appreciate the support. You coming in saying hi. It's always been there, just a way down on the left-hand tab. I don't know if it's always. Is it always? Let's see. Do we have the regular missions here? There we go. So these are still boosted for, is it the last weekend? Oh, no, I'm sorry, 21 days. Yeah, so it's until the end of the month still. Plenty of time for our double streak payouts. Yeah, end of September. Yeah. So let's see. So yeah, any one of these. I'm curious if anybody is buying like different cards because of the special, meaning are you more likely to try to get like an elite card, but now buy one now so that it's like, you're like, oh, I don't really play Prem, but like maybe I'll buy this Salah because it might be shiny. And they play somebody decent, or it's a decent matchup this weekend. Away to Burnley. Let's look at that. We were talking about that earlier. We'll go back to our friends at Sorare Inside. Sorry, you guys, I've had a lot of complaint. I don't know. There we go. People were like complaining to me about using dark or light mode. Let's, hold on. What does the Prem look like? All right. So we have Liverpool, big favorite over Burnley. Arsenal, big favorite over Forest. Newcastle, pretty big favorite over Wolves. Palace and Sunderland. Huh. I'm not sure I would have expected Sunderland to be such an underdog against Palace. You can now sort by the percentages. I think they are sorted, aren't they? Let's see. So Man City, the big favorite in the derby. Chelsea favorite away to Brentford. Fulham at home against Leeds is the favorite. Tottenham favorite away to West Ham. Not very long trip. Bournemouth favored at home against Brighton, and Everton home against Aston Villa, the favorite there. Yeah, so that Manchester derby really kind of like messes with people. My main issue is my choice of striker. Kudus versus Spurs, which doesn't seem right because he plays for them. Waltemade versus Wolves, or Ekatike versus Burnley. Who do we say Tottenham play? At West Ham. Kudus revenge game. You're right. Good call, Chris Alexander. I wouldn't play Waltemade. Like, I appreciate that's the right matchup, but like first game in the Prem, I'm not sure I would do that. Ekatike easy, Kudus for me. I would probably play. This is Isak. He's not injured though, right? Didn't he not play? Do we have a Liverpool lineup? We do. Yeah, Isak questionable. Why wouldn't it be Ekatike? This I was just about. So everybody's like, yeah, Ekatike, because Isak won't start. But just this. What if he subs early? I think the choice is between Ekatike and Kudus, and the numbers certainly say Ekatike. So I'm not against it. What did that lineup look like again? Gakpo, Wirtz, Salah. Soboslai at right back. Kudus better chance at 100 due to AA. I mean, Ekatike, it's one of those that like Ekatike feels like he needs to have a decisive to have a huge score, but he's also more likely to get that huge score. Let's see. I didn't even know this game was covered. How about that? Kudus' AA is definitely stronger. Sweden coach said Isak wasn't match fit. Okay. Isak got no minutes in the first international game, probably will get some in the next one and be a sub for Liverpool's first couple games, I'm guessing. I would guess the same thing. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think Kudus, I think I would end up on Kudus, to be honest. I totally understand the Ekatike. Kudus got something like 0.06 xg, I think, thus far. What is that? Why does that matter? Is that good or bad? 0.06. Like, I think we know he's more likely to get an assist than a goal, but that doesn't mean he can't get a goal. Let's see. Wonder if we could just pull them out. This will be fun. Let's see. Current club. We've got Liverpool and is it Tottenham or is it Spurs? Okay. Newcastle at home versus Wolves just feels decent as well. I mean, I think it's fine, Voltome, but I don't think he's as good as that guy. That 60 for Kudus is misleading. Looks like it's all A when it's not. It's just that the game wasn't covered, but he got a decisive in the game. Oh, okay. But that game wasn't even a Spurs game, right? Like, I'm not going to read into anything about Chad versus Ghana. So we won't use that. But anyway, Kolo Muani went to Tottenham. Had no idea. How about that? So where are we here? Kudus and where's Ekatike? What am I missing here? For what it's worth, Salah is my classic card I'm using. Oh, so you want to play Salah and Ekatike together? Both his assists were the great Richarlison finishes. Kudus hasn't gotten going yet, I feel. Those were banger goals. Xavi Simon's going to play? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't start as well. Just because, like, first game in, but maybe he does. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Oh, 60%. Sorry. Kudus, Papisar. Yeah, I don't know. Will there be a last offer before reveal ceremony or lucky loser is the last offer? I don't know. Look me, Genevieve. It's not a lot of time because the lucky loser ends in 6 hours, maybe 5 hours and change now. So we'll see. Burnley's definitely the better matchup. You're not wrong about that. But I'm with Chris here. I do love a good revenge game. And it's not really revenge. It's not like he didn't like burn all bridges, but like we can pretend it was the case. There we go. There's Ekatike. So it's Ekatike and Kudus. How can we manipulate this so they're right next to each other? I don't think I can pick. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I don't think I can pick like multiple. Maybe we can. It was Ekatike. Oh man, here we go. Ekatike and Kudus. Oh, we can't. Oh, I was getting all excited. All right, take that out. Maybe it's still not going to work. France and Ghana. This is a fun little game here. Let's see. Feels like a roll of the dice for sets at Spurs now with Simons as well. Does Simons take sets? All right, how do we get... Can we do like an age filter, 23 to 25? Did we do it? We did it. We did it. Here they are together. All right. The irony here is that the AA averages aren't even that different. Oh, I guess I could have. Can you sort by? This is assists, yeah. This is something, if anybody from Sorare is listening. So Kudus's cards are currently forwards, and he previously had mids. I think that's right, isn't it? I think I saw that on somebody else. Let's see, Kudus. Yeah. So it's just backwards. That's all. Anyway, but he does have both. Actually, that's an interesting one. I wonder what the breakdown is. Yeah, he obviously has way more midfielder cards because his older ones were. Oh, look at that honeycomb. Cool card. There's just something about playing Sorare with cards of guys who are on their old teams that I love it. I really do. Just find the oldest card of that guy and you're just like, oh yeah. He played for Ajax. Look at that. Didn't even have limited cards this season. Very fun. That's why I do stuff like this. Where's my lineups here? Is it going to be the first one to show up? Like this Tchouaméni, like Monaco Tchouaméni. Midtjylland Gigovic. Ren Doku. Modric Real Madrid. I love it. Not that, well, actually, the Modric one makes sense. But anyway, will there be an announcement today? An announcement for like another promo? I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily rely on a promo if you want. Gakpo or João Pedro is the classic for my best team. Chelsea have who? Brentford. João Pedro is a long flight back, though. I would be hesitant. I just get hesitant on all those guys traveling really far home. Like, is he going to play? Was he in the expected? Like, he's going to be there at least. So he'll be playing in Bolivia Tuesday night. Flies home Wednesday. Vitinho, no way. This guy has tons of old cards. Circle Bruges, I think. Look at that. Look at that. I know that because I won one once. But anyway, so Chris, I would be hesitant about João Pedro, and I'd go Gakpo or Hackpo, if you will. Samurai said, with not being able to use any of my cards as I don't have international guys, I've become a common master this weekend, winning 3,500 common essence. So I will say the common essence or the common game, the collection game has gotten a lot of people I know who play pro to play it. And I think it's a testament to what Sorare put together for those, whether I assume it's just the missions of collecting different teams and leagues, and people getting really into it. And so I think it's great that they've been able to put that together. Yeah, Chris, like I probably overthink travel, but it's tiring. It really is. And so expecting players to be like at their best when they come back from Brazil or Bolivia all the way to England. Let's map that one. Why not? Where's the game? Bolivia versus Brazil. Let's see where this game actually is. Estadio Municipal El Alto. All right. El Alto, Bolivia. Actually, can we just do, here we go, maps. And he's got to get back to London. I don't know where he lives, but 17-hour flight. Like he's going from basically Western South America, all the way back to London. Jet lag? Sure. I'm just saying, private jet, whatever. That's far. That's very far. Common street game is much better than collecting. The common mode feels like trying to complete a sticker book. Interesting. I'm also unsure if Diaz is playing for Bayern. Yeah. Yep. A lot of movies that. Yeah. Yeah. Where did we say Colombia were against? Ecuador? Oh, Venezuela. Let's see that. We'll just do generic Venezuela to Munich. You can't even do it. Outside of our current coverage area for flights. Can we cycle it? Probably not. How can we not fly from Venezuela to Munich? Really? Nowhere? So I don't know. He might not come home. Or he might stay at home. El Alto is in a mountain. They probably fly back to Brazil. It's Colombia, though. El Alto is a great name. You're right. So he's stuck until the end of his career. Yeah. Otamendi not going to play Friday for Benfica. That's that. I believe that. Did we just do generic Venezuela? Can you just? I guess you just can't fly from Venezuela to Germany. And even if they go back to Colombia, like what's going on here? Oh wait, that's driving. Sorry. 1 day and 6 hours, so 30 hours, which doesn't seem quite right. I'm sure Luis Diaz will find a way to go direct, but Caracas to Munich. It's far. So anyway, that's the stuff that I consider. Bayern, when do Bayern play? Saturday? I don't think people truly appreciate the travel home from South America back to Europe. And everybody who plays for Sanfrecce, Keisuke Osaka, who has to go from Columbus to Hiroshima, is like, oh, this is easy. Oh, about João Pedro. Sorry, Mike. You're right. It's far. And the fact that Brazil play, what did we say in Bolivia? Like it's even further. Because like Rio, if you did like Rio to London, it looks more reasonable. Because it's, 11 hours. Sure. And what did we say? Where was it in Bolivia? We'll just do it. How much more are we? We can't even do it. Wherever it was. La Paz. Yeah, add 6 more hours. 6 more hours. It's far, man. Sorare maps. Somebody needs to create this site just to show it. And this is when I find it funny when somebody's like, no, it's a huge trip. Newcastle to Bournemouth is so far. You want far? Fly from Columbus, Ohio to Hiroshima. Or Hiroshima. I don't know how you guys say it. I feel like this got faster. 1955. Wasn't it always +1 the Sorare maps I needed. For sure. For sure. You're right, Mike. Somebody probably is asking questions. And this is against the jet stream. At least from South America to London, you get a little help. Maybe. I don't even know. I'm not a pilot. Mike, I almost put that on screen. That was a dangerous one. So yeah, just something to think about when you're looking at lineups for this weekend. I mean, it's easy to say just sleep, but could you sleep 11 consecutive hours on an airplane? Even if it was a private plane, I don't think anybody can do that, let alone this 20 hours, which I don't know how the Japanese national team does it. I doubt there's a straight flight to England from Bolivia. The Brazilians will probably go back to Sao Paulo first. I assume so. But I do remember, and I think I said this on a Sorare with Laird last week, but I always remember there was a story. There would be stories of these international breaks, and a bunch of the Brazilian players who played for different teams in the UK, or particularly in the Prem, and they would all fly back together. And it always seemed like Willian was involved. And meaning maybe it was his plane, maybe he was the one who figured it all out, but it was like you'd have all these like star players and they'd be like, oh yeah, and Willian's going too. They all fly back together. Surely. But again, they play Tuesday night in Bolivia, the Brazilians. So then they have to get back to Brazil. And then, what do we say? Sao Paulo to London. Still 11 and a half hours, basically. I don't think people appreciate how big Brazil actually is. And that Sao Paulo is like southern Brazil. Man City and Liverpool players shared a private plane. There you go. Paqueta, Gabriel, Ederson. Yeah. And now Ederson's got to go all the way to Turkey. I wonder if that's actually faster. Well, it doesn't matter, but it's far though. It's far. Jude training with the team today. Let's go. They'll sleep on the plane at least. I mean, Willian just signed with Gremio. Really? Wasn't he already in Brazil? Like, wasn't he already playing in Brazil? And Brazil have already qualified, yes. That's why that's why they're doing all these different like random, what seems like random lineups. Then you could go, that's the Brazil team? And yet Rafinha's still there. Rafinha. Oh, Chao Enrique. Just not what I'm looking for. So when does Barcelona play? Sunday. Okay, so that makes me feel better about Rafinha. Full Lord of the Rings marathon on the way home. Light work. I mean, I'm just saying it's far. In Argentina, like who do they play? Argentina are in Ecuador, which actually helps a little bit. It probably helps significantly. I assume they don't go back to Argentina. Let's see where they actually play. Estadio Monumental. That looks cool. So if you go from there to Madrid, I'm thinking like Julian Alvarez. 11 hours, not so bad. But significantly better than if they were at home and going from Buenos Aires. Well, actually, it's not that. I guess it's only an hour more because Ecuador is so much further west. I would love like a Sorare Maps flight plan where we can see like where everybody's going each week. That's really what we need. Aurelian, hello. Are you planning your next visit to Paris? I haven't planned. I wish. Good to see you, my friend. Hope all is well. I was talking about you the other day. on one of my streams. Just back in the day, Sorare data stuff. That's all. And actually, what's interesting about this map that I look at, these hearts are places I favorited and where I visited when I was working for Sorare Data. I didn't realize that until I was like, what are those things? I was like, oh yeah, we went to Miami and stayed in this house. That was fun. Anyway, but we're not here to talk about maps. We're here to talk about, should I try this? I really haven't tried this yet. How do I even get packs? You don't have any cards. Let's try this. I have to decide right away. Does scrapping for 50 make sense? I don't really want the same poly goalie. Tarkovsky, Hannibal. Wasn't this a league unpack? Or is it not actually? I don't even know what I just did. Anyway, wonder what the longest journey an international player has to make. All right. I mean, if we have to stick with the maps, I can't imagine there's much longer than Kaisuke Osaka. Ecuador to Miami, Miami to Madrid. I bet that works. Ecuador straight here and then here. Oh, Chris Wood. Where did they actually play? This is going to give me the A-League, isn't it? That's not what I want. So they play. Didn't they just play each other? Let's see. Directions. And then we'll just go back to London. That's so far that I can't even fit it. I can't even show it. Oh man. Hold on. What did we say? Yeah, we'll just do New Zealand to London. So that's 27 hours, which is not that much farther than Osaka. But yeah, it seems to be any Aussie or Kiwi who plays in the UK. You're right. Little Lettuce said, according to ChatGPT, the longest continuous commercial passenger flight in the world is currently Singapore Airlines' route from JFK to Singapore, which can last nearly 19 hours. It's a long time. It looks like Dobbsy was first on the Aussie Kiwi one. Verdonk going back from Indonesia to France. Let's just say he goes back to Paris. How far is that? So far, we can't even do it. That actually looks closer, though. Indonesia to France. That's not as far as New Zealand. Still far, don't get me wrong. What's Australia to the US? I think it's like, I think Sydney, like Sydney to Los Angeles is, or I'm sorry, I think Sydney to New York is 24 hours. It's only 13, I guess. And this should be like 6 hours more. Well, maybe 5 hours more. That's 6. Yeah, 20 hours from Sydney to New York. Obviously, if you went Western Australia, it's a little farther. Anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about here. Wales played Kazakhstan away last week, which feels mental for a European game. All right, last map search. Wales to Kaz. Oh. I tell you, these Google flights really just don't help, but we could walk it. So it's 3,500 miles. Yeah, I would assume Chris Wood has the longest trip. Is Aiden O'Neill playing for Australia this week? He'll probably need to go back to New York if so. Maybe. I don't know. I'm surprised you could walk this, or they consider this a walk, because I don't think walking on water is an option. Like, we're just going to assume that you can just walk this? Like, what are we doing? Anyway. Karat Almaty will play in Lisbon for the UCL next week, one of the longest trips. Yeah, but Eurotunnel is not, now we're not walking. Karat Almaty to Lisbon. I don't even know what this is. There we go. No, let's fly. Wow. That's mental. James, I think including a ferry when you said you wanted to walk is cheating. Depends on which side of Kazakhstan you play to. Yeah, this looks like Eastern Kazakhstan, which is really not ideal for travel. Although how much are we really saving at this point? Like, is there a big difference between 11 hours and 13 hours? Is that, you said that was next week? Let's see what we got. Oh, Karabakh. That's who it is. Karabakh Benfica. It's really funny to see these. I was looking through and I was like, oh, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Bruges, Monaco, Juventus, Dortmund. I'm like, this is a Champions League. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, Olympiacos versus Paphos? Like, what is this? What is a Paphos? How'd you get in? Oh, it's not even that. Sporting versus Karat? Where were they on? I didn't think. Where is this? Oh, there you go. They have Thursday Champions League now? What are we doing? Wait, but this other one can't be that close either. Benfica Karabakh. Isn't Karabakh in Azerbaijan? Did I actually write Benfica here? Benfica. Where is Karabakh? It is Azerbaijan. Sorry. Any of the Aussies playing in Scotland beat those playing in England? Yeah. Okay. All right. What if you walk the distance of the water while on the ferry? I still think it's cheating, but I understand. I appreciate the sentiment. When you talked about the size of Brazil, from my city to Sao Paulo is like flying from Lisbon to Berlin. Yeah, it's far. Brazil's big, man. Shout out to Aber. Santa Clara in conference this season, and they're from the Azores. They're in what conference league? Santa Clara Conference League. Can't seem to type. Yeah. Not bad. Sorry, Sam. What are you saying here? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see, Sam. I noticed that, Sam. Thank you. Anyway, all right. So all of that is David Luiz is playing for Paphos now. Really? I mean, Cyprus, I'm sure, is quite nice. Like David Luiz. Good call. It's crazy we never got cards of David Luiz. Is this really? Never? Never. Okay. Anyway, Pafo's been splashing some cash lately. He's hurt though. Like the things that we know, and Aber, I assume there's like some local news about David Luiz since you're in Brazil. But it's so fun. Like, how do we know this? Meaning, just like, how do we? The stuff. Just another example. The stuff that we come upon with playing Sorare. Yeah. All right. What do we got? I wanted to look. So we still have Arena Elite for the midweek, which for those of you who haven't been playing, it's 1,000 essence to get in. First place is 5,000, but Golden Arena is 15. Holty, you nailed it. Nailed it. You don't get this playing FPL. You don't know that David Luiz is playing for Paphos, a Cyprian? Is that the word? Cyprian? Is that what they're called? Cyprian club that's been splashing cash. I don't think anyone joins Sorare because they're like, I want to learn all about obscure football, but you better believe that you learn it. Even if you're just playing the Prem. Because eventually you have like Prem cards like David Luiz, and maybe one day they end up in Cyprus. And you're just like, holy, now I'm going to have to watch Paphos matches because I really love David Luiz. Sorry, I was just seeing if maybe we got some more La Liga cards in. I forget. Sean, I think it was Sean Thorpe. Sean, the La Liga cards are back. Riquelme leading it off. What do we got? An hour left? Not even. Danny Olmo. 5 Brazilians playing for Paphos. Wow. Can you edit arena lineups after lock but before your players play? Don't think so, but just confirming. No, you cannot, James. Chris, the championship is not listed, but not listed yet. But I agree with Mike here that maybe after the deadline, they'll show. Yeah. So James, you can't edit after lock. And if you're doing a late arena, I believe as soon as you submit, it's locked. Sorry, I'm just kind of like casually looking at the La Liga ones. For all the cards that I crafted the other day, for those of you who are unaware, over on my other channel, Sorare with Laird, I crafted using like 20,000 essence and was wondering if it was going to end up leading me to play other competitions. I did get a Manuel Neuer that I ended up selling, but I feel like I'm kind of close to a challenger lineup. This Morton Holmand, I kind of it started making me think of getting a challenger collection. We have Edvardsen here, but he's in Eredivisie. I don't think there were really that many others that I was going to do. That was a fun time, wasn't it, Alex? Yeah. For those of you who want to check all that stuff out, So Rare with Laird on YouTube, you can find it. It's easy to find. And if you'd like to support the content anymore, patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. So let's see here. Still buying some League Guns. Let's see what can we do here. A full sporting collection, just as a throwback to my old Adon Coates days. Yeah, Trincao. I mean, Trincao is probably the best edition, honestly. Why is there no Serie A? I don't think that there were. I think there was a licensing issue with Serie A. I feel some challenger cards are cheaper than contender cards, at least goalkeepers. Dobbsy got a big contender streak 4 attempt coming up. Dobbsy, let's go. Let's go. Somebody else was on like a deep contender one. Jean or Jean, the card reveal is tomorrow, Tuesday. So yeah, I was looking exporting and I was like, I guess I should get Rui Silva. And it's like, do I either get DeBast or Inacio? DeBast obviously looks much cheaper. I have Holman as my midfielder, but I've always loved Pote, Diogo Gonçalves, and then Trincao. I mean, it's certainly not a cheap stack, but it could be fun to do a sporting collection again. You got any credits in the bank from the missions? Yeah, I do have some. Yeah, I think Little Lettuce, this is exactly that's the stack that you'd want. Unless you do like Inacio and DeBast. Yeah, Harry doesn't even need to be converted to contender. He loves contender. He claims he doesn't, but he loves it. Yeah, let's see what contender looks like for this weekend. Challenger is so good for streaks. I literally haven't tried it, but I'm always looking to dip my toe in a little bit more. Let's see, contender. I play contender limited for the most part. Literally don't have a Division 1 lineup, which is infuriating. Where am I on the streak? I'm only going for the second. Am I going for the first? I must have lost it just before. Oh, that's so depressing. Sora explains Syria has exclusivity agreements with other platforms, and they would need to sell bundles, something they feel is neither good for players nor them, which is, right. Rosario versus Boca is on. I know that. It was more just like, that's right. This is a terrible game week for me too, because my 2 collections for contender are River Plate, who are away to Estudiantes this week, and Racing, who are home. The Racing lineup or the Racing matchup isn't that bad. So I'll have to play one, but ultimately the River Plate one is not fun at all. I'll probably use Almendra. I have 4 Division 2 lineups, which is all I play anyway. I mean, maybe we can get out. Let's see. Yeah, like Muslera Masterclass versus River. I hope not. I hope not. But I'm going to have to play some. Let's see. Ishihara is against Gamba. Actually, I might play him in rare. About time you blindly pick a Bundes 2 team. I thought about it. DeBast is playing because Diamande is injured. We have to change our formation this season to a back 4. Inacio and Diamande are the starting CBs. Interesting. I can't believe Inacio is still there. Let's see. Mayo, he's been terrible. I mean, this is like a good game. These tight games are always fun for Enzo Perez. And then let's see. We've got Cecilia against, I don't know. Oh, is that the Army team? Gaitan Perrin is at home. He looks good. JP. Oh, it's a Budo Glimt week. So, like, even if I did play this, I don't know, man. Do I have a Division 1 in rare? Of course not. But I have Arias and Sosa and someone else, I think. Or Almendra. Arias, Sosa, Almendra, 20. Yes, I have 3 of them. Oh, I only have 2? Oh, because the other one is saved in the other lineup. Ishihara, and then I can do something like this. How about that? I'm thinking, is 400 the first? Yeah. There was like mass rotation in the last game week. I was going for the third streak, and River and Racing both like heavily rotated, and I got crushed. Lost my streak. Kicked out of Division 1. Week. Just a poor week. That's what I meant to say. Dubsy, what do you think about blindly picking a Bundesliga? Not blindly. Like, don't I want Marvin? I don't really want to do this, but here we are. That was the game where I had enough of Argentina rotation. Yeah. I picked Paderborn for my blind collection pick for the Euro season. Why? Let's see. I think it's a must have a full collection for streaks. I think I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea. I've definitely added some collection pieces from my League One collections, like with streaks in mind. But I don't know. We'll see. Wow, Stassen is still there. Like I think I'm more likely to do a Saint Etienne collection than 2 Bundesliga. Lyon back to selling players. They're Patoulet going to Saudi Pro League. I don't even know who that is. Picked Nuremberg last year and enjoyed them, so pick them again this year, but they are bad. Well, don't do that. Just one of the 4 teams being a 5% collection with XP is great. Touche, Mike. Blind pick. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, what I've been doing for my League ones. Let's see. I've got Strasbourg at 3%, which I think, yeah, that'll be at 4% after the 30 days. Can we just, no, whatever. Well, actually, yeah, League One. And then Lille is at 3% as well. But this will not, I still have to fill in a few more to get to 4% after the 30 days because I only have 10 cards. And then I only have 11 cards, but 3% for Monaco and then only 2% for Paris FC. This is one I really should level up, if you will. Yeah, I might have to look into that because I agree with you that the extra percentage, it just makes sense. Yes, I knew some League One talk would get Genesis in. What is up, my friend? Thanks for coming in and saying hi. Bear said, I like Philip Bilbija. Man, that looked much easier to say than I thought. Obermeyer finally starting to get some A last week too. Defenders score well, just not being able to put together a very good score yet, but only a few games into the season. We are so early in the season. And I keep having to remind myself that as I keep losing my streaks. But I don't know, where am I for? I think I lost my League on one just before the international break. So we're starting from scratch again. Yeah. But they're double. So we get it. But just no clue like what's going to happen. Genesis advised me on Moses Simon a little bit. I've split my Paris FC guys this week away to Brest, but I'm not sure. Strasbourg have the good matchup against Le Havre. And then, that's why I did that. And I'm just hoping that Kvaratskhelia can start now that Dembele is injured. So we'll see. I do not have Crasso from Paris FC. Mostly because, I guess he's a forward. Because of this. I basically refuse to buy players that need decisives. Oh yeah, Doué's injured. Yep. Lee Melu revenge game. Oh, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. You're absolutely right. Wow, his price really took off. $21 instant buy after the 17 instant buy. These are the first Paris FC ones. But yeah, so let's see. So $13 is the floor. Yeah, I mean, Kvara absolutely should be starting with Dembele and Doué out. I'm just like, who knows? Cabal is so good. But so's Lopez. Yeah, it's a good point, Obsi. That's why. Yeah. We'll see what happens. It's more that I already have Cabal and Lopez. And so I can't, sorry, I'm freezing up a little bit. I can't play them and Lee Melu together. Obviously, I can play them in different lineups. I'm doing it right now with these guys. Maybe we'll go on that auction in a little bit. We'll see. What did La Liga look like for this weekend? Here we go. So Spain, Barcelona, huge favorites at home against Valencia. Athletic Club, not bad. At home against Alaves. Madrid are away to Sociedad. Celta Vigo at home against Girona. Girona have been so bad. Getafe home against Oviedo. Atletico Madrid favored at home against Villarreal. And Sevilla at home against Elche. Oh, I'm sorry. And Betis Espanyol, pick 'em basically. And Osasuna favored away to Mallorca. Might get out of here with this. I'll do that next year. Or yeah, Sorare 27. I'll do that. So looks like a Barcelona week in La Liga, but again, we've got Rafinha traveling really far back. Who else? I guess everybody else is probably somewhat close that we care about. An athletic club. Yeah, nothing too crazy. And then Bayern Munich. Oops, here we go. Thought I saw they were 93%. So Bayern Munich at home against Hamburger. This is, man. Okay. Dortmund. I want to buy Esposito from Espanyol. I had him last year. Very good player. Let's see. He was solid. Yeah, it seems like a good one. Dortmund away to Heidenheim. Gladbach at home against Werder Bremen, and Wolfsburg home against Köln. That's probably the everything else. Just anything can happen. St. Pauli at home against Augsburg. Leverkusen at home against Frankfurt. This is surprising to me. Leverkusen is so bad. Frankfurt have been very, very good. Stuttgart away to Freiburg. Mainz at home against Leipzig, and Union Berlin home against Hoffenheim. Not bad. Yeah, this is a good question. Will Bayern rotate for the midweek Champions League, though? Who do they play midweek? Chelsea? They play someone good, don't they? Yeah, it is Chelsea. So they do play Saturday, Wednesday, which is reasonable. It's not like they play Saturday, Tuesday, or Friday, Tuesday. Well, Friday, Tuesday would be fine. But yeah, that's what they have. But then away to Hoffenheim, Werder Bremen, and then they play Paphos. There you go. Do you think if Bayern Munich just smashed Chelsea, then David Luiz is like, I'm out for revenge in this game when Bayern traveled to face Paphos? With Champs League, etc. starting, I've tried to get cards who haven't got them. So Dobsy, I appreciate that line of thinking, but we also know that we're going to have these. We're going to have some big competitions for European Nights. European Nights are back starting next week. In Classic and in season. $2,500 for limited, top prize for the European champion, $3,000 for rare, and $25,000 in super rare unique. It's interesting they cap it, which it probably makes sense with the math. I'm just not going to do it in my head. And then, yeah, obviously we have the stars up for grabs here. How many is that? 10 stars in European Champion Classic. That's for the Champions League. And then the European League's 1,000, 87.50, and then tier zeros. Mean more for contenders. It's hard enough there with random rotation and DMPs. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but even for the champ leagues, you're still going to have to get them. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Like Zagreb could be a mess with rotations if you go for streaks. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're not wrong. But who knows? Theoretically, you will get more information about the midweek matches, right? Which I guess you could sit there and be like, yeah, but that doesn't help with streaks, which you're absolutely right about. For the first European game week, that's game week 10. So that's next midweek. There's only Champions League games. And then the following week is only Europa. Oh, yeah. Double chance of golden arenas. 10% instead of 5. Why did I think golden arenas were 5? I don't know. Multiple daily pickers, also fun. So yeah, that's what happens if you start avoiding those guys. That's all. Because, yeah, we'll see. Basically, would be what happens with River and the South American teams in their like UCL comp stuff. The problem is, Dobsy, is they don't have one. Very rarely is there like a South American Copa Libertadores competition like this, Continental Nights. Yes, that's why there's Thursday Champions League. Good call, Ryan. The trade-off with having contender guys with midweeks is that on that one fixture they have in Europe, they could smash. You have a chance at winning great prizes with bad cards. Right. Yeah, the variance of the midweek stuff is obviously higher, Although then we're like, oh, Bayern Munich against Paphos. What's going to happen that game week? Oh, with the rotation. Yeah. Okay, Dobsy. Sorry. Yeah. About you were saying the rotation is what happened to River Plate. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. It's just sort of one of the things that we always have to deal with. That's like Contender almost makes it more difficult because knowing the lineups midweek, you're just getting more all-star lineups instead of what we actually want. Let's see. I don't think that game week is available yet. No. So yeah, these are the Prem matchups for this weekend. Although Manchester Derby's last. That's fun. I'll stick to my second division teams. No Europe there. Bundes 2 and League Duh is where it's at. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I probably should look into more, maybe League Duh, mostly because I like Sorare Club so much. Yeah, maybe that's Saint Etienne. As I'm looking at a Prem schedule, and I'm like, actually, let's look at Saint Etienne. Yeah, this is they're yes. It's absurd that they're in League Duh. I think the reason why I didn't that's funny that Groningen shows up. I think the reason why I didn't do this already, like I have a Stassen, a Davidashvili, and a Tardu, like rare rare classics, and I was just nervous that they were going to leave. So yeah, glad I bought them early. Like I think it was just too risky. Obviously, it paid off because they all stayed. Maybe they stay until the end of the season, but I would like. I think they're fun. Like Tardu has just been crushing it. Davidashvili. Well, I think these are some internationals. Yeah, but yeah, he's too. But they're all too good for this league. Larsener. I mean, they do like to give up goals, so I wouldn't go too crazy. I don't really know who their best defenders are. Chico Lamba is kind of fun to say, though. Wow. Maybe it's Chico Lamba. Yeah, they're interesting. Davidashvili for under $10 when all the people were scared was a gamble worth it. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong that a lot of people were avoiding it just for that. Who is this guy? Some more good scores. Wow. Yeah, they're. This is where I'm going to end up. So Davidashvili, man. But yeah, I literally have this like a rare collection from last year. Oh wait, they're not League On. They were when I put this together. Here it is. Only 2% because I only have 4 cards. But it's literally Tardu, Amogu, Jersey Mint. That's Tardu Jersey Mint, Davidashvili, and Stassen. And I only bought Stassen because I bought the Westerlo card and then he transferred. I really like to watch their home games as a German. Love their crazy fans. So I just got, my like new sports package just included. I got Red Zone, NFL Red Zone, and came with it. What came with it was beIN Sport, and so there's some league, at least League One games. I don't know how I'm going to watch League Two, but we'll see. I have not seen any news on Teddy Tuma. Is he? Do we think we have a lineup projection for him? No, we don't. Not yet. 3 cards away, but it's a classic. Oh, you're right. Yeah, 3 cards. Yeah, you're not wrong. Let's see. 43 cents, $1 and 81 cents. Dennis Apai has 81 cents. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dobsy, you're right. I'll have to look at some of those. So yeah, I don't know about Teddy Chuma yet. Yeah, the Amugu, yeah, I've been told this, but it's also one of those like, how long do I want to wait? He did, yeah. The irony now is that like he's at Strasbourg where I have um like a collection. I'm going to end up having him twice. Wow, that is a great. Is he going to play instead of Kendry Paez? Benacer to Dynamo could be good. Yep, could be. I have a 6-man all-star rare playing, all cost like £1 each just to see if they can get some essence over the year. 6-man all-star rare team. You need a 7th though. But I see what you're saying. You can get a special for 30 points. All right, let's just see what's out there. Rare team. Saint Etienne. And last season. Oops. Amuga will start as a CM. I don't know if I want any of these cards is the problem. Neon Christmas. Which I don't need. But the rookie, $11. Why does this guy even pop up? Oh, maybe I didn't do the season. Yeah, I probably won't do that. Any jersey mints? I doubt it, but let's see. Cafaro for $4 in Boaiki. I don't even know who this is, but he looks like he's banging. Genesis, you rate this guy at all? I'm actually asking because of a different thing that I'm potentially working on. Wow, Roov has a Boanga jersey mint. That's fun. Yeah, I mean, I'm not buying any of these cards to like play them. I think it would just be better to get the 3 for $3. So I don't disagree with you, Dobsy. The funny thing is, my thought was now like, how do I get to 4%? Which doesn't feel optimal here. There's like different levels. No. Sorry, Genesis. The this guy, Ravier. That's what I would say. This guy. That's who I was thinking of buying. I can't imagine POW FC are great, but whatever. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm better off just being like, oh, yeah, let me just spend 72 cents. I actually wonder, where was here we go. So last season, Yeah, lowest price 43 cents, 74, 81, 86. One. I mean, wow, Mufek is $3. Jeez. You wait for the 3 to get the 30-day bonus and then get tempted into buy someone again. The funny thing is that like I played Davidashvili, Stassen, and Tardieu in All-Star. Like that's the only place I can really play them. I guess I can play them in Arena, but I don't know. We'll see. Waiting for the lineups to DJ and a couple more guys for the decisive mission. Oh, see, Sam's been on top of that, like getting stuff for the decisives. Feels a little dangerous. Not dangerous, but high risk. I'd love a Davidashvili jersey mint. That would be fun. What lineups are we even waiting for today? Like what's happening? What are the games today? Let's see. Croatia, Montenegro. Oh, Flo, you know where I'm coming from now. We don't have lineups for a while though, right? This says starting lineups in 137, but I think the match is actually starting in 137, meaning an hour and 37 minutes. So we've got Croatia, Montenegro today. That's the game we all hope Modric plays. Switzerland, Slovenia, Israel, Italy, Greece, Denmark, El Salvador, Suriname, Panama, Guatemala, and then obviously some La Liga 2, love it. Eibar against Andorra, not to be confused with the Andorra that played England the other day. And then some African World Cup qualifiers are already going, but we still have Ghana and Mali, Libya and Eswatini. And then Kosovo, Sweden, Gibraltar, Faroe Islands, and Belarus, Scotland are World Cup qualifiers. What are these? Oh, it says my lineup. Excuse me. Okay. We've got plenty left today. Plenty of football left. Yeah, I think that'll be great. That'll be great. So yeah, Sam, good luck with that. I think that's all I've got today. Went through a bunch of stuff that I think should be helpful for everybody. Obviously, we have the big reveal show tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. CET. That is 5 a.m. EDT. But I will be back tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. in Central Europe, 5:30 in the UK, and 12:30 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And yeah, we get to see a bunch of people reveal their early access cards. We'll see what the SD chip gives us. And let's not forget, oh wait, I want to show this separately here. Where are we here? Let's not forget one of the most important things about tomorrow. The sound we love. We know what we want. So anyway, thank you to everybody for coming. We hope the wheel is back. Certainly the sound of the wheel is back. So there's that. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. If you're looking for any more content from me, you can find it at Sorare with Laird on YouTube. You can also support with the Sorare with Laird Patreon, which is at patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back here on this channel. And again, if you speak lots of different languages and want to just watch people, or maybe you just want to learn some languages and watch people open their cards, there is the schedule. You can just find it on the Sorare Twitter account. So thanks everyone for coming. And before you start getting all excited about your cards, please make sure you get outside.